Hello, welcome to Animes, another weekly roundup of AmiAmi figure pre-orders. It's the 8th to the 13th of September 2025. We'll get straight into it. Quite a few figures that have come out this week. Some pretty sexy ones, but some not so much. So there's a bit less figures this time than last week. Comment, like, and subscribe for future weekly videos and future unboxings as well. Let's get straight into what is up for pre-order this week. Rudu original character Rabi 1/7 by Golden Head, 20,790 yen, April 2026. Pretty boring design. I like the red outfit, the bunny suit. It's actually really nice. I like the colour at least with it. Very shiny, silky kind of aesthetic. That's probably the best thing I like about it. Very metallic colour. The rest of it is pretty boring. I guess the hairstyle's not too bad with the twin tails, but apart from that, 20,000 yen for one that's pretty simple 1/7 bunny figure. Probably a bit on the higher price side, so I'll probably give this one a miss. Then we've got a Figma, my dress up darling Marin Kitagawa, Married Max Factory, 9,900 yen, June 2026. Bit more on the more expensive side, if I remember correctly, for Figmas, but it is Marin Kitagawa, so I think there'll be a lot of people that will be getting this one. She is in the top 10 pre-orders for the week as well, so it kind of makes sense, obviously, with the character. Her in a school outfit, obviously very nice, standard. Not in her cosplays. We'll probably see different cosplay versions of her as well in Figma form potentially in the future, although we've got scales obviously coming out anyways of her and her cosplays. Quite good, very simple, definitely posables, very nice as well to give different expressions. Do we get multiple faceplates? Yes, we do. Multiple faceplates would be a nice touch as well. So I do like Figmas overall. I just don't have any personally, although Marin Kitagawa would probably be one of the ones I would probably jump for getting. So probably worth a pre-order anyways, with it just being Marin Kitagawa. If you like her in a school outfit though, most people probably prefer her in actual cosplays, but yeah, not too bad. I think probably worth getting a hold of, as by Max Factory News, which is a very good manufacturer. Their scale figures are phenomenal. Love Live Niji Sanji High School Idol Club Shizuku Osaka 1/7 by Plum, 21,500 yen, December 2025. Design quite nice. Don't watch any Niji Sanji, but yeah, it's pretty cute looking figure. Like the outfit. There's not tons of shading. There's a little bit of shading on the brunette, on the brown hair, but it's about it. Pretty clean lines though. Plum's probably hit and miss. We've had some Proofsoy's had some cancellations in the past, but yeah, Plum's okay as a manufacturer. Possibly worth giving her a shot. It's one of the smaller manufacturers, so it's not super well renowned like the big ones that a lot of people buy from. Then we've got Gurren Lagann, Yoko and Yoko M Tank Complete figure, pre-order, single shipment by Proof, 33,660 yen, December 2025, so not long to get the hold of this one. But I think this one will probably sell quite well since it's Gurren Lagann. A lot of people, obviously, is a phenomenal anime, definitely worth watching, and she's obviously a fan favorite as well, especially waifu material. Like the design, like the aesthetic. Yeah, very nice looking figure. With it being such short notice is a bit of a worry. I would probably expect it to potentially get delayed anyways, and with it being Proof, they've had cancellations before. The High School DxD Rius they had before, that was up for pre-order, got cancelled. So this one I would expect it probably does get released, with it being Gurren Lagann. And the hair, I do really like. The overall sculpt in that lot is very nice. Single shipment's obviously going to be a bit of a nasty bite as well, especially if you've got multiple orders that month. But probably worth getting a hold of if you've got a pretty quiet month as well, especially if you want a Christmas present for yourself. Then we got Azure Lane Laffy 2 Sleepy on the Busy Day version 1/7 by Wing for 26,980 yen, May 2026. The hairs are all over the place. Very cute. I like the bunny suit design as well on this one, and I like the patterns that she's actually got on her tights as a nice touch. You don't obviously see that. Well, I think it's the first time I've ever seen any actual animal shapes on the tights. Hair looks immaculate, very nicely done. I love the 2 trays as well that she's carrying. Yeah, very cute looking figure of Laffy. Definitely a fan, popular pick as well from Azure Lane, so probably worth getting hold of if you are massive into Azure Lane. She is one of the first picks you do generally get to out of the 3 starter ships you generally choose from. Laffy is all those is Laffy too, but yeah, looks really good. Very cute figure, bit more on the pricier side, but that with all that hair in the twin tails probably makes sense. The sculpting on that is very nicely done, and there's actually some semi good shading, I would say, with whites going to pinks and blues, so giving you a lot of detail over there. So yeah, very nice looking figure, I think. And then we get to Elf Sanwa. Yes, sir. Oh, I'm not even going to bother with that. Erafu Gold version, 1/7 by Q6, 23,820 yen. I gave this anime a miss. It didn't make sense for me to go watch this, to be honest. So, yeah, if you watch the anime, fine. It's cast off. Gold bikini, chubby elf. Yeah, I don't see this selling really, to be honest. And then there's the standard colorway rather than the gold way, which isn't as tanned. Yeah, it's not as shiny as well for the skin, which sort of some people don't like. There, get it if you want it. I don't think. Long hair, short hair options, fair enough. Alternative chest part, obviously. Yeah, I'd give these a miss personally. Not worth getting a hold of. There's more deluxe versions which come with all skulls. But yeah, I don't think this is going to sell very well potentially. It's just when you adapt a 2D character, obviously to a 3D form, sometimes you buy 3D forms as collectors for generally very obvious reasons. Then we've got Dancing Princess Yura, illustrated by Hoki Boshi, regular version, 1/6. By Pink Mango, 20,290 yen, June 2026. So about 2 weeks ago we covered the cast-off version of this, which is about 23,000 yen, in the NSFW section of AmiAmi, so you can still pre-order that one. If you didn't want cast-off and you want her to be, actually safe to display, or you just don't want the body swap, then yeah, you've got the standard version of this, a little bit cheaper, although you don't have the different faceplate that you do with the other option where you got the cast off. But this is a very nice looking figure, just like I said before. I love the design, very sexy looking figure, fox-eared, love the hair, love the design, everything looks really good. Shading looks really good. I think very worth getting hold of by Pink Mango. Yeah, very nice looking figure. So if you do just want the safe for work version, they do sell that, which I didn't really know Pink Mango did both versions. I thought they only did cast-off versions, but fair enough. Kaida Cole, Mashoko Tensei, Eris Boreas Grey Rat, lingerie version by Katakawa, 17,820 yen, February 2026. I really love the hair shading, this neon top, like the lights shining on, so the highlight is very nicely done. Yeah, very nice looking figure. I like the hair, like the design, simple, sexy. I think the hair's just a very nice touch of this figure. Very tempted to get this one, personally, actually, because I think that I just like the hair colour and the shading is very nice. I wish they would do this a lot more with red-haired characters, personally. Yeah, very nice looking figure. Definitely worth getting a hold of. Then we've got Shinobi Master Senran Kagura, new Link Yummy Sexy Nurse version, core scale, by Hobby Stock, 33,790 yen, March 2026. Very nice looking figure. Nurse outfit, if you like nurse outfit, very skimpy nurse outfits. And she is cast off board, I'm pretty sure. She is supposed to be. I thought they were. Yeah, cast off at your own risk. They do highlight something somewhere. No? Okay. But I think her chest area is generally cast off. The previous ones, Shinobi Master in this sexy nurse outfit, ones have been as well that they've released over the past couple of years. So this is just another character from that anime series. So probably worth getting hold of if you've collected the other ones. And I think the other ones are technically still available. Maybe a slight discount on pre-owned. So you probably could wait and save a bit of money on this, but 33,000 is not a bad price, I think, for a quarter scale these days. So yeah, very nice looking figure overall, and obviously from a very spicy anime, really. Umumusme, Pretty Derby, Majuro McQueen, Treasure. Oh, I'm not going to carry on with that. Good Smile Company, 23,800 yen. July 2026. Like all the other Umumusme figures, design and hair, sculpt work, immaculate. Paint job looks very nice, clean, extremely nice. Base is not as elaborate as other ones. It's a bit more of a obviously simple pedestal style outer ring with grass. So I think the base might be a bit lacking compared to past Umumusme figures, but the figure itself is, which is the centerpiece anyways, it's very nice looking figure. 24,000 yen, very good price I think for what you're getting. Doesn't say the scale, 1/7, so at least we know it's 1/7. I think almost all of them have been 1/7 from memory. So yeah, very nice looking figure, worth getting a hold of since Umumusme is obviously a very popular game, and since it got released on Steam, a lot of people have been playing that on their computers. Then we got GGG Gundam Girls Generation, Mobile Suit Gundam Seed, Freedom Lunaria by Mega House, 19,630 yen, March 2026. This one I'm not too fond of. I understand the position, to show 0G gravity and whatnot, but there's very minimal shading in the hair, a little bit of shading in the outfit. Sculpt work is pretty basic, really, for the folds and the skirt and the jacket. Face looks okay, very similar to the anime. Yeah, she looks okay. I don't like this sort of float. It's not actually floating. This one point, hopefully that's reinforced enough. Probably leaning over time, since the majority of the way it's going to be obviously way past the connection point. So yeah, that'll be the only thing I'll be worried about, is potentially snapping. So I think for the price, probably not worth the money personally. It does not, at 20,000 yen, you'd expect there to be a bit more shading really. This is closer to like 15,000 yen probably, I would say, quality wise, and does not give me a scale. So about 17 centimeters in height in total. Yeah, I'd probably give this one a miss, unfortunately. A bit of a letdown personally for this kind of price. Then we got Dragon Crown Sorceress 1/7 by Orchid Seed for 17,790 yen. This is a re-release. There have been several re-releases of this one over the years, as a very popular character series. So if you missed out, you can at least nab her. Obviously, this Dragon's Crown Sorceress is a very iconic, sexy wizard character. Very tempted to get this one, and I'd love to be this skeleton getting this bone, should I say, in this position. Very nice looking figure. Love the paintwork. Orchid Seed done. The sculpt work looks really good. The overall composition of this figure is immaculate as well, and with the hair, they can have the wizard's hat on and off. Is a very nice touch. Hopefully that's magnetic. That'd be nice. Yeah, February 2026. 17,000 yen. Very good price. 18,000 yen really. Definitely iconic figure to have in your collection if you missed out on past releases. Then we go to Eurocamp Rin Shoma with Scooter 1/10 by Alter, 26,120 yen, April 2026. So very nice Eurocamp figure. I think this one sells quite well as well. Very popular anime. Paint job looks really good. Like there's good shading throughout, and the jacket, the hair, and the actual clothing. There's obviously Scooter's got no shading. That's because metallics, so that's fine. And they've not gone overboard with how shiny the paintwork is. So yeah, very nice touch. All the baggage that she's got is very nice as well. Everything looks good. I think overall very nice looking figure. I think she can have a hat off as well. I think it's removal, so you can have her hat removed. I'm guessing this bun is probably a like add-on, since the hat obviously doesn't come up past that. So you've got two different head style options potentially. Very cute looking figure. Very nice. I think probably worth it, and Alter, great manufacturer anyways. Then we go to TV anime Demon Slayer Kimetsu no Yaiba Gyui Tomioka 1/8 by Alter, 21,790 yen, August 2026. Very nice looking figure. They've nailed the pattern on his actual kimono as well. The red on the side, and this pattern work is extremely nice done. So hopefully you've getting this final product should be like this, because this pattern, the greens and yellows, is immaculate. It stands out, grabs your eye, very attention grabbing. It's very good for a figure, for composition. His outfit is very nicely done. The water effects are extremely nicely done as well. The foaming, which you don't generally get with water effects. They almost never do the foaming part, which is what you'd get if you're swirling water through, obviously, some sort of velocity through them. So yeah, very nice looking figure. Definitely worth getting hold of if you're a massive Demon Slayer fan. And obviously this is a fan favourite character anyways from the series. Then we've got After School Art Instruction Rumi 1/6 by Animinster, 8,000 yen, July 2026. Very sexy after school art instructor. Like this a lot. Obviously love the composition. The sculpt work was really good. The paint job is fine, but it's 8,000 yen, so what do you expect? And as Animinster, they've done very good work before. A lot of their previous ones have obviously sort of gone down in value in pre-owned, so you could probably get that one, get her for a bit cheaper once she's released. But this one, I think, is obviously a lot of people like to have, you know, the sexy sensei kind of fantasy to go on, and I think having a very cheap figure representing that in your collection probably is why it is in the top 10 sellers as well. Second place, just after Dragon's Crown. So yeah, that kind of makes sense personally. And at 8,000 yen, you know, it's not a lot of money really, so probably worth grabbing to get this one for next year. Then we go to Loveru, Darkness, Lala Satin, Deviluk by Union Creative, 17,600 yen, 1/6 scale, May 2026. Love the hair shading, you know, the pinks, the highlights, very nicely done. Like the outfit, the horns is a nice, well, at least the shading on the horns is very nice as well. Love the pose. Although these are, you know, copies of past Loveru, they just have the same outfit and put all the girls in that. Could be wearing a bit thin, since we've seen quite a few Loverus now of them in the Darkness outfit. So yeah, it depends if you like that or not. If for your collection, if you're gonna, you know, complete and get all of them, then fair enough. But they all look very similar, unfortunately, since the outfit is identical across all of them. So that might be a bit of some points to detract from actually getting this. Now we go into the NSFW figures. So we've got 4 figures that were released for pre-order this week. We've got Octo Witch Renee, illustrated by Danimaru 1/6 by Lovely, for 27,720 yen, September 2026. Obviously, the octopus give certain tentacly vibes, so they could be your fancy, depending on what sort of materials you watch. I do like the concept. Very nice looking figure. I'm guessing they would probably, if they do these extra octopus legs as, you know, optional extras in the future as a sale add-on, they people will probably buy those as well. To be honest, this might be something that they worth lovely to look into. So then people can recreate this with all the octopus tentacles coming out. But yeah, she looks really good. Like the sculpting, I love the face. Love the hat as well, and yeah, I love the inverted nipples. Is a very nice touch as well. Yeah, very nice looking figure. Is kind of up my alley, especially if I'm after the more NSFW swimsuit figure collection. Yeah, I do like it a lot. Very nice looking figure, I think. Not too bad for 28,000 yen and 1/6 scale. So she's going to sit at 22 centimeters in height, including base. So she's going to be a bit more of a wider figure since of the stance, obviously. Then we got Comic Anthurium 10th Anniversary Grateful Bloom, Shina Kisaragi 1/6 by Rocket Boy for 33,000 yen. Standard price for a lot of the Rocket Boy 1/6. May 2026. Just sexy made. Looks pretty fine. Hair sculpt, semi-translucent hair. The purple looks quite good. I do like the one stocking. Some people don't like that, but I quite like one stocking leg attire. She looks like she's exposing her chest. Maid outfit, fully cast offable if you want the maid outfit off. And she's wearing obviously some pretty much nothing underneath. Yeah, very nice looking figure, I think. But 33,000 yen is a bit on the pricier side for overall a pretty simple figure, especially when you look at the base art. Do they have the vibrator? No, they don't have the vibrator there, so they're missing some aspects obviously from the actual normal design. They've got the handcuffs, but they haven't got the actual vibrator in, unfortunately, as an option. So it doesn't look like there's an option. What was the NSFW section? Cast off. And the nether region. Where was it? Oh, they do have an option. So there's probably a body swap, most likely, then that actually has that as an option. That's actually not too bad then. So they have incorporated multiple designs. It's just if you want her in the maid outfit, you don't have the vibrator. But if you do want her fully cast offable, then the vibrator is there to show inserting of the nether region, shall we say. Then we got Tamenin RPG Adult Yukikaze Night Party Dress version 1/6 by Pure for 33,660 yen. This is 2 figures and 2 bases, so you get the fully dressed version and the fully cast off version. I like the fully dressed version, her and then this sexy dress, very nice. Love the pose. That side leg, very nice, and obviously she's perfectly tanned, I would say. So yeah, very nice looking figure. And then obviously the fully cast offable one. So multiple faceplates, it looks like. I think potentially or not. Yes, multiple faceplates. And then you got the fully cast offable one, same pose. Obviously just, yeah, fully cast offable, and you get all the stomach sculpting and body sculpting going on. So yeah, probably worth getting a hold of. Whether you get 2 heads, you know, we can have the same, whether you get 4 heads basically, you probably don't. You probably have to have one with one face, one with the other face, and you just have to choose which body you want them on. That might be a bit of a letdown, but it is 2 figures for 34,000 yen, so you're talking, you know, 17,000 yen each for 1/6 scale by Pure, very renowned cast off scale manufacturer. So very nicely detailed. Love the paint job. Love everything. Probably worth getting hold of, considering it is 2 1/6 scales for this, especially if you like Tamenin as well. Finally, we have Calaris, illustrated by Aya, 1/6, manufacturer Pure, again, 24,250 yen, November 2026. So quite a ways, over a year. Overall, you know, it's a pretty simple sort of nun outfit design in stockings. So yeah, with the Bible, she looks quite nice. The face is a bit flat. I quite like the eyes. I do like the green eyes. And the framing of the face is quite nice touch. Looks like she's got pointed ears, so probably some sort of elf. But yeah, she looks good. Fully cast off if you want to do that, so that'll be some sort of body swap. I do like this patterning on the leggings or the stockings, but you can tell there's a clear deviation between this white bit above the actual stocking looks more like a tattoo than actually part of the stocking because of the way it pinches. So that is kind of a letdown, unless if that's supposed to. Well, yeah, there's no option obviously her with no stockings, so you don't know if that pattern just carries on throughout the leg. It doesn't look like it's painted on there, so like obviously behind it. So I would suggest this is just to represent, you know, more of the stocking, but it's just painted on, or a transfer, should I say? But it seems more like a tattoo, personally, than and there's just too much of a separation. So that's a bit of a letdown. Personally, yeah, I'd rather that be sculpted on, as like they've done here. But for them to incorporate body swap designs, normally to do this torso, these legs will pop off and they'll go onto the other body. Same thing with the head then. So yeah, that it makes sense from obviously a construction point, but it's a bit of a letdown because it is a bit jarring between the stockings and the yeah. Unfortunately, it looks like there's 2 different stockings there. So that's a bit of a letdown, personally. And that does it for this week of AmiAmi figure pre-orders. Comment, like, and subscribe, and I shall catch you in the next one. Thanks. Bye.